Hello everyone, Dan back again with another quick video. I've actually been picking up a few of the cards that I've been missing after my BT4 shenanigans, and I've almost got everything here, so once everything is complete, I'm planning on doing an updated collection video just because I've obtained quite a few things since the last video, and I thought it'd be fun just to go through it all. But today I just wanted to do a small update to a previous video you may have watched, which was about Digimon World references in the Digimon card game. I'm not going to cover all ground. I probably sound like a broken record talking about Digimon World. If you haven't seen that video, give that a watch. I'll leave the link in the description. So what I wanted this video to be was a continuation of that theme, that being Digimon World references in the Digimon card game, but now updated for BT4 and for the three new starter decks, that being Giga Green, Machine Black, and Venomous Violet. So I was able to find 8 references. There were a couple that I think were a bit on the fence, so I decided to exclude them from this video. And just go through the ones that are clear references. So we'll go through those in just a second. I've got those 8 here. And then also just a quick thing to add as well is I did recently pick up Digimon World 2003 for the PlayStation 1. I've never actually played this game. I hear that a lot of people have fond memories of playing this game, but it's one of those things that just completely passed me by when I was a kid, and it's normally too expensive to buy secondhand. Obviously there's emulators, but you know, it's not quite the same. But I was able to pick this up. It only cost, I think, £16. It's not too bad. It doesn't have its front plate, but it's got the manual and it's got the disc inside. So I'll be giving this a go at some point, and then I'll make sure to see if I find any references to this game in the card game. I'm sure there are probably references to all sorts of games and anime, which I just don't get because I haven't got an overwhelming knowledge of Digimon World, but or Digimon games rather. But I thought I'd just point that out, so I'll put that back here. Okay, so let's go through the 8 cards that I have. So to start off with, we have, and I'm going to come in from the left side, we have Fugamon. So Fugamon is an alternative version of Ogremon. He's kind of like a browny colour with a leopard print loincloth. And in this picture, I'm fairly sure this is Fugamon hanging out in Misty Trees, between Misty Trees and Friesland, which is where Fugamon can be found in the main game. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. The next one is Vermillimon. So anyone who's played Digimon World will know that Monochromon is the bane of their existence, trying to recruit him by making certain amounts of sales in the shop. It's really frustrating, but Vermillimon is like an alternate version of Monochromon, and they can be found both in Mount Infinity and also in the ancient glacial region, which I believe is where this guy is here. You can tell by the ferns. You see the ferns over there, and then a lake as well, which you can find in the ancient glacial region. So yeah, Vermillimon, pretty cool. The next one, which I picked up on in the unboxing video actually, is Digimon, and I'm pretty sure that this is meant to be a reference to Beetleland, because Digimon and Tentomon are sort of like the roaming Digimon in Beetleland, and you can see in the background you've got some wooden areas here where all the buildings in Beetleland are made out of wood. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty nice reference. Next up is the one that I was looking forward to the most in BT4, which is Leomon. So in this card art here, you can see Leomon protecting an injured Patamon and attacking and scaring off some Goblimon. So in Digimon World, this exact scene happens in Mount Panorama. Well, I say this exact scene, they didn't pick up the Patamon, the graphics weren't, or the animations weren't exactly, in their prime during the PS1 era, but yeah, I think this is what this is meant to be a reference to. It's Leomon saving Patamon on Mount Panorama, so I thought that was a really nice callback. Okay, next up we have Gatsumon, and this might seem like a bit of an odd one to look at, but I am fairly sure that this is Gatsumon on the path to Mount Panorama. So in Digimon World, you go up Mount Panorama and back down to the Gear Savannah, and you find Gatsumon roaming along with some Goblimon, or I think they were referred to as Gaburimon back in the day. And there is a hillside where you go down with the mud over here. You've got the signpost to Mount Panorama, and then there's like a building on here. So this is almost like an exact copy of that area. So yeah, really like that one. And that's one thing that I do really like about the cards. So they didn't need to draw that background. It's clear that the people that are drawing this artwork are clearly passionate and knowledgeable about Digimon, and I really love that. Next up is an excellent card. We have Cabu Terrymond from the Giga Green starter deck, and Cabu Terrymond here is in the gym, or one of the gyms in Beetleland, lifting a dumbbell in each of his 4 hands, which I think is amazing personally. But yeah, excellent callbacks there. Beetleland is one of those places where I never got there as a kid because it was such a pain to fish up Dramon. I just really struggled to find him, let alone actually catch him. But little did I know at the time that there are actually requirements to make Dramon appear, and which is why I never made it to Beetleland. But obviously, subsequently, in my adulthood and with access to the internet, I've been able to do that. But yeah, cool reference. Okay, the next one is from the Machine Black starter deck. We have Mega Dramon, and he is on the green grid, which, if you've seen my previous video, you know will be a reference to Mount Infinity. So in Digimon World, towards the end game, you do battle Mega Dramon at Mount Infinity, so that is clearly what this is meant to be a reference to. So pretty cool. And finally, and this one is a bit of a, well, I guess not stretch, but it's kind of hard to see. You might not have noticed it. So Machine Dramon from Machine Black starter deck, ST5, sorry. So Machine Dramon is the final boss of Digimon World. In fact, Machine Dramon tends to have quite an important role to play in Digimon World games, so like Next Order, etc. Because he's essentially being generated and controlled by Analog Man, who's the main villain. But you can see just about that he is standing on a green grid. So this is likely to be a reference to the final battle at the top of Mount Infinity. So yeah, I thought that was really nice putting that in there as well. Which again is great because they don't have to make these sorts of references. But it is really nice when they do. Okay, so that's about it. I mean, BT4 was mostly focused on sort of newer Digimon, or certainly newer than the Digimon World era Digimon. So there weren't too many references, but it was nice to get a few more, and I look forward to seeing if we can get any more in future sets. So, thanks very much for watching. Like I said, I'll have a new video coming soon once I have updated my collection. We'll go through everything I've got, so look forward to that, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks, guys.